Hello everyone, my name is ECR Gator and welcome back to Tier List Tuesday. Today's tier list is all about Super Mario 64, specifically ranking all of the courses in Super Mario 64. It's been a while since I have played the game, so my memory might be a tad bit rusty of some of the courses, but I really like Super Mario 64. It's one of my more favorite games of all time. It's one of my favorite Mario games of all time, especially 3D Mario games. Not my favorite 3D Mario game, that goes to Super Mario Odyssey. But I really enjoy Super Mario 64. Recently, I've been watching a couple of speed runs of it, and I thought, you know what? I thought it'd be really fun to rank the courses and how I enjoy them, what I feel like is the best course, which means what are my favorite courses in all honesty. But with that being said, before we get into today's tier list, if you end up enjoying today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment down below what are your favorite courses in Super Mario 64, and do you think my tier list is trash, or do you think it's really good? Let me know down below and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's get right into it. And I didn't really have any clever names for the tier list, the S through F tiers. I just figured, you know what, we might as well go basic. I couldn't think of anything clever, so yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it. And we're starting off with one of my personal favorite courses in the game, Bomb Battlefield. I'm putting it all the way up in S tier. I really enjoy it. Everything from the music, especially. Super love the music for the course. I love the cannons, just getting to launch yourself out of the cannons. I love the big old chain chomp that's right there in the middle. I liked messing around with him all the time. I like trying to clip through the cage area to try and get the star. And especially like facing my man, King Bomb. I was a big King Bomb guy back in the day. And that dude, just getting to beat him up, I always thought that was really fun. So yeah, I'm putting it all the way up in S tier. It's one of my favorite courses in the entire game. Up next is Whomp's Fortress. This is also going in S tier for me. I really like Whomp's Fortress a lot. I think it's definitely a step up from Bomb Battlefield. I think it's a little more difficult, but more fun than Bomb Battlefield. I like beating up King Whomp. I like glitching through him when you're doing the ground pound glitch. I enjoy the bird, the little owl in the tree. That was crazy when I discovered that back in the day. I never knew about like the secret star in the wall until I actually watched a speed run of it like a couple of years ago. So I'd never found that star on my own, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And then when I'm actually watching people, like speedrunners, do whatever, I don't remember what the trick is called, but where you basically line yourself up on you run into the corner and it just glitches you the star. Thought that was really cool. I really like Whomp's Fortress. I think it is a super fun course, and if you're actually really good at the game, I feel like the movement and everything would just feel super nice on that course. Up next is the Secret Slide at Peaches. I'm just going to put this in like a D tier. I don't know how to really rank some of these secret levels, because they're not really, I mean, they're courses technically, but they're not at the same time. So if I had to quote-unquote rank it compared to everything else, I'd probably put it here, because all it is just a slide, and you get 2 stars, one at the very end for completing the slide, and one for completing the slide in under 20 seconds. It's nothing really crazy, so I'm just going to put it in the D tier for now. It's fine. Up next, we have Jolly Roger Bay, and I think that is a solid B tier for me. Water levels in Mario aren't typically my favorite. I really do like Jolly Roger Bay for the music, but in terms of just movement and feeling comfortable on the level, it's meh. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's all right. So I'm just gonna put it in B tier. I was terrified of the eel as a kid though. Although when you actually find the secret room with all the chests and you run around with the pillars falling on you, I do like that room a lot. But besides that, it's just kind of meh for me. Up next we have Cool Mountain. And I'm putting that at a nice, cool A tier. I like Cool Mountain. I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed it as a kid, especially messing with the penguin. Maybe I was a little bit of a jerk to the penguins. I would often throw the baby penguin off the map. Oopsies! Not a cool thing to do nowadays. But I really like the map. I like the secret slide when you're racing the penguin down the slide. I like the 8 red coins on that I thought enjoyable. The little secret area at the bottom I thought was pretty cool too. I think Cool Mountain is a very nice A tier, at least in my opinion. Up next we have the Secret Aquarium, I think is what it was called if I remember correctly. This one's like Again, I don't really know how to really rank this one, so I'm just going to put it in my bottom tier, because all it is just you swimming and collecting 8 red coins. Like, I mean, it kind of looks nice, but, like, there's really nothing to it, to be honest. So I'm just going to put it in the F tier. Up next, we have Bowser in the Dark World. I think this is a pretty solid start to the Bowser levels. I like Dark World. Dark World's cool, but like it's not the coolest Bowser level. That's why, because I've played the other Bowser levels, they're gonna go a little bit higher than this one. But it's an all right level. It's got some cool movement in there, but you know it's still a beginner level, so it's just meh. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Up next, we got the Wing Cap Room. I was terrible with the Wing Cap, so I'm putting this in my F tier as well. And no, actually, there's some charm to this one at least. I'll put it in the D tier because I do enjoy this one more than I enjoy collecting 8 red coins just swimming around. So I'll put it in the D tier for now. Again, I don't really know how to properly rank it, but I think it's cool. I shouldn't say cool. I was terrible at it. Honestly, I was not a good Wing Cap person, but it's all fine. So up next we have, what is this? This is Big Boo's Haunt. Putting this in A tier. I like the Boos. I like the Boos a lot. I liked beating up the Boos. My favorite thing was always the piano that tried to eat you. I loved I don't know why I would like the piano so much that tried to eat you, but I thought that was the coolest concept in all of Mario. I was like, this piano's crazy. I also like the room with all the books that are trying to hit you and pelt you before you get the star. I liked going up top to the attic area, and then you fight the actual Big Boo on top of the roof. That was pretty cool. In the DS games, you get to go down to like the basement area, and you get to fight the Boos, and you also get to fight Luigi. You get to find Luigi in the DS games, which I always thought was super cool. And you get to fight King Boo, which massive fan of. But again, I'm kind of ranking this on the original Super Mario 64. But I still really like Big Boo's Haunt. I find it to be a very fun level. A tier for me. Up next, we got Lethal Lava Land. And to be honest, growing up, it wasn't really my favorite because I was not good at the game, so I'd always burn and, promptly lose. But I've come to enjoy it a lot as I've grown up. I really like Lethal Lava Land. I like the difficulty of Lethal Lava Land. I don't know if I should say it's the most difficult. It's a Mario game at the end of the day. But I really enjoyed Lethal Lava Land. I think it's a fun level. I liked bullying the bullies. I liked going into the volcano and doing all sorts of stuff, although I wasn't the biggest fan of hitting the little... One of the stars requires you to stand on like this platform that just moves up, and you just have to kind of sit there. That was a little meh for me, but besides that, I really do enjoy it. I like the little Bowser pattern where you're getting the red coins on. I like surfing around on the little Koopa shell. So I'm a big Lethal Lava guy. Putting it up in my S tier. Up next is Shifting Sandlands. I wanted to put this higher because I like the idea of Shifting Sandlands, but it's going to go in my B tier. And the only reason why is because I always fell in the sand, and I always perished in the quicksand, and it was my least favorite thing. And it was you find yourself doing that a lot if you're an inexperienced Mario player like myself. So that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. The movement inside the pyramid, I thought the inside of the pyramid was pretty cool. I like the little hand bosses that you gotta fight. Those dudes are pretty crazy. But I'm just gonna put it in my B tier because I was never good enough, and even as I grew older, I still never got. I was still never the best at it, although I really enjoy it. But I'm still putting it in my B tier. Up next is Hazy Maze Cave, and I'm also going to put that in my B tier. It's a pretty solid course. I enjoy Hazy Maze Cave. I mean, it's not my... does it belong on the B tier with the rest of these, though? I don't think it does, in my opinion. I think this goes to a C tier for me, personally. Hazy Maze Cave is alright. Actually, the more I think about it, because I like the room with the boulders that try to crush you. I like doing the glitch where if you press yourself up against the wall, you can shoot yourself through, and you land on the star at the very bottom in the water area. I like the little Nessie creature. That thing's pretty cool. I enjoy the little song. I enjoy the little bug creature dudes. I think I convinced myself to put it back in the B tier. I like Hazy Maze Cave. Hazy Maze Cave is pretty cool. I also like entering into it because it's like a little whirlpool looking area thing. You don't jump into like a painting or a wall like most of the other ones. You just zoop, you plop right in. It's pretty solid. Up next, we have the Metal Cap Room. I'm going to put this in C tier because I enjoyed the Metal Cap room more than these two other secret rooms. And I'm also going to put the Vanish Cap room in the C tier as well because I thought those were at least a little bit more fun and more things to do in them. So that's why I'm putting them there. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still collecting 8 red coins in the Metal Cap room, but I thought it was a little bit more challenging than just swimming with nothing around you. And the Vanish Cap room I thought was actually kind of a fun level. It doesn't belong up here in the B tier, but I think it's a solid C tier thing, so I'm going to leave it right there. Up next we have Dire Docks, and I'm also going to put this in my C tier. It's an alright level. There's not really too much to it. I mean, the beginning area has the big old whirlpool, like, tornado thing that sucks you in. That's unfortunate if that happens to you. The submarine is kind of cool, but the submarine's also kind of clunky feeling. There's a couple, it's not really too much to it, so I mean, I'm just gonna put it in the C tier. It's a nice little thing before the Bowser fight, which is up next. Bowser in the Sea of Fire, I think is what it's called, or in the Fire Sea, I should say. Bowser in the Fire Sea. This goes in my A tier. I enjoy Bowser in the Fire Sea. I thought this was a really cool Bowser level. I like Bowser in a fiery level. I think it fits his aesthetic a lot. Plus, I think it's a cool level. I enjoyed navigating through, going up the little elevator thing, and I like the little platform that sinks up and down. I thought that was kind of cool. When the lava covers the platforms, I was always trying my hardest to avoid it, which I thought I did a very good job of. It made me feel cool when I avoided the fire and the lava that was rising and going down. So I enjoyed it. I also liked the Bowser fight where every time he jumped up, it would make the platform just teeter his way or teeter the other way. I thought that was at least a nice element to add to it. So I'll put it in my A tier. It's a solid boss level. Up next we have Wet Dry World. Originally, this was one of my least favorite maps in all of Mario. I have grown to appreciate Wet Dry World a lot, actually. I think it's a really fun map. I like the idea of how you're able to make the water rise up and down. The reason why I didn't like it is because I could never figure it out as a kid. But when I actually figured out how to get like the star in the cage, where you have to hit the platform falls down, and you got to go all the way down, and you got to wall jump onto it. And I thought it was really cool. I actually like the design of the level a lot more now as I've grown older. So I'm putting it in my A tier. Up next we have Tiny Huge World, I think is what it's called. B tier. I thought as a kid this was one of my more favorite ones. Whoa, you could go big and you could go small. What? Now I've gotten older. It's all right. The Koopa race is kind of sick, but I also kind of like the star that's on like the island on its own. I thought the concept was kind of cool. The Piranha Plant one was always a little tough for me to do because I could never really figure out how to defeat them. But in all honesty, it's an alright level. It's not my favorite, but it's alright. Up next we have Tiny Huge Island. I'm going to put this in my C tier. And the only reason why I think I'm putting this in my C tier, I'll put it at the top of the C tier. But Tiny Huge Island was, I thought this was the most difficult level for me. I want to put it higher because I actually like the design and I think it's fun. But man did that. Oh, I am a lover of monkeys, chimpanzees, orangutans, the whole group. But the monkey in this level that steals your hat, oh, did he get on my nerves. Oh, I did not like that monkey, man. That monkey was stealing my hat all the time. And I was not a fan of it. I was not a fan of him taking my hat. That's not his hat, that's my hat. And to be honest, I was just really bad at the level, so I died a lot. So I'm putting it in the C tier. Up next, I think this one is called Snowman's Land, if I'm correct. This one's all right too. I'm also gonna put it in the C tier. It's an okay level. I liked fighting Chief Chili or whatever his name was, the cold bully. That was always a fun one for me. I like the little igloo. I thought that was a cool concept until I got inside the igloo and then realized I was not good at that level. The snowman, climbing him is kind of cool, I guess. He's a tall dude who tries to blow you off. That's a whole debacle in itself. It's all right, I think. I think it's deserving of a nice little C tier for my own personal ranking. Up next, we have Rainbow Ride, and I'm gonna put this in my C. It's very challenging. I'll put it in the B tier. I think it's a really cool concept of a level. Obviously super difficult at times. I'm not the biggest fan of all the actual rainbow riding part because you're not really doing a lot. Although it is kind of cool when you're, having to avoid obstacles as they come up to you or jumping over things. I think I'm just gonna put down C tier to be honest, because I think I like these two better than Rainbow Ride. It's an all right level. It has a awesome, and I mean an awesome theme, but oh, the theme alone, I'll put it at the top of my C tier, just because I really like the music in it. I'm cool with Rainbow Ride being right there. Up next, I think this is like Mario, the wing cap over the rainbow or whatever it's called. Dude, this one was tough, man. This one for me, I'm sure if you're really good at it, it's a really cool level. I was terrible at this level, so I'm putting it in my D tier. I could not, for the life of me, get any of these 8 red coins. I was struggling so hard with this one. Up next, Tick Tock Clock. Now, for speedrunners, I feel like this is one of their least favorite levels of all time, because this is where runs basically go to die if you ever make it far. For me, I love Tick Tock Clock. I really like Tick Tock Clock. I think it's an awesome level. I think it's super fun. I enjoy climbing the clock, especially when it was moving, because I thought that was super challenging. It's also really cool climbing it when it's not moving, because I think you can really exploit a lot of the walls and do wall jumps and all that stuff. I thought it was really cool. I like the big area at the very top with the big womp, not the womp, the big thwomp that was up top that you have to get the star at. I like the area. I like the course design. I like the music. I thought it's all really good. Tick Tock Clock, I think, is a really nice A tier. And we're ending it with the final level, Bowser in the Sky. Ooh, this is a tough one for me because that's my favorite Bowser level of the 3, so it has to be at least an A tier. But does it belong in the S tier? That is the question. I kind of want to. I think I will. I think I'm gonna put it in the S tier because it's my favorite Bowser level in the game, at least. I really enjoy it. I love the Bowser fight at the end. The fact that you have to give him 3 hits, and at the last hit, he basically destroys most of the platform. I love the music. I love all of what Bowser does when he shoots the fire in the sky and he shoots the fire that chases you. I really like it. I actually like the whole course itself. I think the course is really fun as well. So I think I'm just gonna put it right in my S tier to end things off. With that being said, I think the tier list looks really nice. This is basically just my personal favorite levels in Mario. I'm probably gonna do a little clickbait title that says this is the greatest Super Mario 64 tier list ever. It's just my favorite levels in Super Mario 64 at the end of the day. These are what I think are the best levels, which in my opinion means these are what I think are the most fun levels for myself. So, again, if you ended up enjoying today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment down below what are your favorite levels in Super Mario 64, and or what do you think are the best levels in Super Mario 64. And did you enjoy this tier list? Let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely phenomenal day, a phenomenal rest of your week, and with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye.